All right, attempt number 2. We're here from Joseph Chinichi Stadium here in Delran for coverage of the Willingboro Chimeras and the Delran Bears in Thursday night football here in Burlington County. I'm Dan Wilkins here with my producer Vincent Vogt. Apologies for the late start to the broadcast and also for the technical difficulties we had early on. We got in the press box around 5:10 and we were ready to go, but unfortunately the press box was a little too small and we had to relocate outside. We're actually in the first row of the bleachers right now. There's Vincent Vogt. He's with us. I'm up here controlling the camera where I'm doing double duty tonight. It's our first of 3 games this weekend. We've got Northern Burlington and Cherry Hill West tomorrow, and then Collingswood and Overbrook to start Saturday morning at 11 a.m. So a bit of a unique location, but we're willing to work with it as long as we get football on the air to the common man. Beautiful night here in Delran, 6 o'clock, just about. Beautiful breeze coming in. It's not swelteringly hot like it was the last couple of days. In Delran to start, we've got 77 degrees, wind blowing north to northwest at 10 miles per hour, 34% humidity. Sunset is at 7:10, so sometime around the halftime break or the second quarter. Willingboro is going to kick this one away. Delran will kick off. On the right side of your screen with the yellow jerseys, Willingboro in the white and red. This one is underway in Delran. That one's going to be taken in.
Liam Kenny on return.
Liam Kenny gets that one to about the 30. And Delran's going to take over on offense to start this one. Delran taking over here on offense to start the ball game. Quite an interesting group for Delran. They're 2-1 to start the year under the new leadership of head coach Colin Huco, his first year with the Bears, leading them in a new direction for the Brown and Gold in 2023. Assistant coaches Nick Santasuso, Vincent Marino, Jeff Johnson, Dustin Desher, Joseph Enoch, Rick Cordello, and Jim Puglia. Run up the middle to the right side.
Loses 2, will be 2nd and 12.
It's going to be 2nd and 12 for the Bears. Willingboro 1-2 on the campaign, but Delran has one of the toughest schedules in South Jersey. The game that we were supposed to cover between these two would be on Friday, September 29th, between the Pennsauken Indians and Delran Bears, but we rescheduled that tonight because whenever you can get Thursday night football, you always want to take advantage of it. A lot of fans not just wearing their brown and gold, but also wearing their green since the Eagles play tonight versus the Minnesota Vikings on Thursday night football. Zahir Cobbins moving to the left.
Gain's about 3. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
Excuse me, that is Nick Peen on the carry. That'll be 3rd down. Still getting used to these rosters. I would have had a little bit more time, but we had to scramble over and relocate our equipment. Big thanks to Anthony Godotti for helping us out and not just allowing us to come here and cover the game, but also at the same time being very understanding of us having to move the equipment. So we'll try this again. 3rd and 10. Dropping back, rolling out to the right. Saka lets it fly, and it's out of play. In double coverage intended for Liam Kennedy, and that's going to bring up a 3-and-out for Delran to start this ball game. Now, what's interesting is that if Delran fans want to get into the ball game, you can see there's still some fans that are coming in right now through that press box or through that entrance gate. What they have to do is they have to walk around the track to get to the grandstands, which makes this one of the most unique venues I have ever covered, to say the least. Going back to punt, this is going to be number 17, Brandon Wynn. He's going to send this one high in the air towards the left side, picked up by Willingboro at the 35, and he's taken down for a loss.
Down at the 30-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 from the 30.
That was taken in by Terrence Knighton. And Willingboro is going to take this over with the head coach, Stephen Everett. This is a tale of two teams that play some of the toughest schedules in South Jersey. Both of these guys play Camden Eastside at some point this year. As we said, Delran not only plays Camden Eastside, but they also have a litany of other teams as well that are high on the South Jersey radar. They play Cinnaminson on the 22nd, Rancocas Valley on the 6th, and Notre Dame on October 13th. And maybe that's a Colin Huco thing. Maybe they like to schedule games versus tough teams. This one's dropping back to pass. He's in a little bit of trouble. This one's wide and just a little bit out of reach for Terrence Knighton off the throw from the QV Lamar Best, but we'll see if he'll be the best tonight. Again, this is the first of 3 games that we're covering this weekend. We've got this right in front of you right now, Northern Burlington and Cherry Hill West tomorrow night. That's a 5 o'clock start due to the Jewish holiday Rosh Hashanah. And then 11 a.m. Collingswood and Overbrook for Saturday the 16th. It'll be a fun one. It'll be a fun weekend of South Jersey football. Handing it off. Ramir Johnson gets swallowed up. It's going to be 3rd down.
Stop by Kenny Jones, number 77. Be 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9 here.
Hey, play action out of that. Here we go.
Willingboro played Delran last year on September 16th. They won 31-0. But they are 1-2 this year, with their sole win being over Mastery Camden on September 2nd, 55-0. They lost to Northern Highlands to open up the season with a 35-26 loss, and then lost 16-14 to Timber Creek. So their wins have been in large margins, but their losses have been close ones. That's going to be a drop pass intended for number 9, Jarrell Taylor, the senior, class of 24. So it's going to be 3 and outs for both sides to start this ball game. Could be the hint of maybe a defensive ball game on the horizon. An injured player on the sidelines, not currently, but for Willingboro, number 8, Derek Bryant, also a former wide receiver at my high school, Audubon. Wanted to give him a little credit. And Amari Pimentel is going to be one of the wide receivers at Cherry Hill West tomorrow night. So a little hometown pride, even though we're all over South Jersey this year in 2023. Back to punt is going to be number 14. That would be James Pemberton, the sophomore, who's kind of everything. Wide receiver, quarterback, D-back, kicker, and punter. The utility man, if you will. He's going to boot this one away. Taken in and a fair catch by Delran. Taken in by number 10, Shane Kingsmore. And Delran, after back-to-back 3 and outs by both offenses, with 9:10 left in the first, that's going to set up a first down. Just tuning in, Delran and Willingboro scoreless here in West Jersey Football League action. Both teams in the Liberty Division here up in Burlington County. 2 teams are only 10 minutes away from each other, but Willingboro showed up around the same time that we got here, around 5:10. Willingboro's band also arriving on the scene. But we also got stuck in traffic on the way here, so I can't blame them. This is an interesting formation here, and it's going to cause Willingboro to jump. Can't get much more clear as day as that.
All sides on Willingboro.
Yeah, it's going to make it 1st and 5.
And 5 from the 45.
Delran's band getting underway here. They did a wonderful rendition of the national anthem. That was before we even got the broadcast going. We supposed to start at 5:50, but it did start a little bit late. So again, apologies on that front.
Peen on the carry.
Peen's going to bring that one out.
48-yard line.
It's going to bring it 2nd and short. For the rest of Willingboro's schedule this year, they play St. Joe's Hamilton on the 22nd, Camden Eastside on the 30th, Pensauken on October 6th. That's when we'll be in Edison, 12 p.m. on the 14th versus Nottingham, and then to close out the season on the 21st versus Burlington Township. So that's a combination of South Jersey teams, Central Jersey teams. You know, even Notre Dame is playing the Bears this year. These guys both have extremely packed schedules in 2023. Making sure Willingboro doesn't jump again, but the ball is loose, and that is... I think Willingboro got that one which is going to be huge for them after the 3 and out. It goes back to the Chimeras. Now, that did beg the question, what is a chimera? And that is a question that was answered for me a couple weeks ago by our good friend Chris Baker. But it's a mythological animal from ancient Greece. It's a fire-breathing monster and it's actually a female monster, with a lion's head, a goat's body, and a serpent's tail. It's certainly some sort of Frankenstein thing, but hey, it's better than the Panthers or the Rams or the schools that have, the same 15 team names. There's over 100 high schools in New Jersey that share the same 8 school team names for their athletics. This one's going to be caught, and bringing that one up, Jarrell Taylor. That's going to be a first down for the Chimeras.
First and 10 from the 28.
8-10 in the first quarter. Just getting started here from Joseph Chinesi Field. I'm going to have to get used to that.
Hey, make a read! Make a read!
Delran's cheerleaders getting us hyped up a little bit here. First down and 10 for the Chimeras. Lamar Best out of the shotgun, handing that one off. This one's going to go to number 6, Ramir Johnson, and that's going to bring up another first down for the Chimeras.
First and 10 from the 16.
Don't forget, folks, we don't charge our high schools to cover these games, but if you would like to keep the lights on here at DWB, consider making a donation through our Venmo at DW Broadcasting so that we can keep South Jersey football, baseball, soccer, and basketball right to your living room in 2023 and 2024 and even beyond. Again, our Venmo is DW Broadcasting. Here's going to be Best, who's going to keep it in the pocket until I just said that. He's going to roll it out to the right. He lets this one fly, and it's caught for a touchdown, Willingboro. That was wide open for Jarrell Taylor, and the Chimeras get on the board first. It's going to be 6-0. I'll fix that. That's from yesterday's soccer game where Delran beat West Windsor 5-2. And the Chimeras get on the board first. Fans still filing in here. 7:30 left in the first quarter. Willingboro with their first score of the day. The pass from Lamar Best to the wide receiver and senior Jarrell Taylor. Senior heavy team for Willingboro in 2024. As they look to improve to 2-2 at the end of tonight, and they're going to look to knock Delran also down to 2-2. They're going to go for 2. Lamar Best in the shotgun, hands off to the man who just scored the touchdown, and he is going to be brought down for a loss and for a failed conversion. Willingboro keeps it to just 6 points. We'll take a quick break. 7:30 left in the first. The Chimeras get on the board. We'll be right back. Here we go. Willingboro leads 6-0 after the touchdown pass to Jarrell Taylor and a failed 2-point conversion attempt. This broadcast is brought to you by Tommy D's Home Improvement Surplus, serving Philadelphia and South Jersey for over 25 years. Stop in their brand new second location today at the corner of Creek Road and Harding Avenue in Belmar for wholesale cabinets and countertops at heavily discounted rates compared to big box retailers. That's going to be a big kick there from Willingboro, taken in by Delran's number 22, bringing this one out. Fumble, and who's got this one? And it's going to go right back to Willingboro. They didn't even get an offensive play, my word.
They can't find the rhythm today. It's just
Well, it's still
in the
early.
Beginning, they're having a lot of issues finding their rhythm, and
It's still very early. I would not count that against them. I think, I've seen games before where they end up scoring scoring 20 plus points in the second half.
right now they got a.
It's early jitters.
If they can continue this scoring, and if they score another touchdown here, they can really get ahead and shift momentum in their favor. This is a big chance for Willingboro right now. Very big chance.
We'll see what they can do here. 1st and 10 from the 20. Lamar Best in the shotgun. Ramir Johnson to his left. Best from the pocket. He's going to let this one fly, and wide open. One play, one touchdown for Jarrell Taylor. He goes 2 for 2 in the end zone, and the Chimeras are back in front. They didn't need that 2-point conversion. They just got a 6-point conversion right there. It is 12-0. My word.
Easy 6 points.
Yeah, that was. I mean, there was just nobody covering him in the end zone, and that's
They're really getting momentum in their favor now. They can bury this team if they keep this up.
I mean, there's still. We've only had less than 5 minutes played in this ball game. If Willingboro can keep the momentum up, there's really no stopping them.
Here we go. Doing it again.
They're going to try for another 2-pointer. Will it work? It will this time. They go 1 for 2 on the 2-pointers. This time caught by number 21, Terrell Yankson, and they might as well have kicked 2 extra points because that's going to make it 14-0. A huge jump to start the ball game for Willingboro. Man, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. 14-0 Chimeras. Well, Willingboro got out to a big start. Now Delran is going to look to hold on to the ball in this kickoff return after losing it on the kick return and giving the ball up to Willingboro. In that case, giving up a touchdown on the first play, pass to Jarrell Taylor. This one's going to be another kick here for the Chimeras. Low kick. It's going to go right to Delran, and they're going to smother it.
Bears recovered a kick.
That was number 15.
Covered by
Yeah, that was number 15. That would be, excuse me. Yeah, number
36-yard line.
no, hold on. I think that was number 15. That would be Brady Bowman. But they're going to take this one over, and they are going to get their second offensive drive underway. But the unfortunate reality is that they're down by 2 scores. So they are going to have to claw their way back in a rather early stage. Dropping back. Pass is caught. And that's going to be a couple of yards. Oh, we've got a
Personal foul, Willingboro roughing the passer.
roughing the passer by Willingboro. That's going to be a jump there, a boost for the Bears, and that's going to be an automatic first down after the pass by Vinny Saka. Yeah, if there was ever a time for the momentum to go the other way.
Got to use it in their favor.
Yeah.
They have a chance to. Right now the Bears really have a chance to split this up. That Willingsboro has been pushing the momentum in their favor. The Bears can really split that in half with a good drive here, and they really need it. This is a very important drive right here.
And we'll see what they can do after the roughing the passer, which is going to bring them past the 50 onto the gold and white D logo at the 49 on the other side of the ball. For Vinny Saka again. Oh, and they get Willingboro to jump. Penalty palooza here in Delran. That's going to be an offsides. So that's going to make it 1st and 5. Couple lucky breaks here for Delran, but You know, you can strike lightning in a bottle a few times, but if you can capitalize on those mistakes by Willingboro and get in the end zone, you've only got 44 yards to go, maybe 43. Handoff, right side, a big run by Peen. Nick Peen, enough for a first down. Big run there by Nick Peen, the running back for the Bears, as they are going to move this one across for another first down.
Let's go, two.
Up the middle. Going to get a little bit there. Not sure how much it'll be, but it'll be second down and about 5 or 4. Second and about halfway to the goal at the 27. As we said, Delran 2-1 this year with wins versus Pemberton and Burlington Township and a loss to Delsey. Dropping back. This one's off to the right, and it's caught by Kennedy, but no, they're going to call it incomplete. Just went right in and out, and that's going to be third down and 5. For Nick Peen, the sophomore class of 26, he's got 217 rushing yards this year going into this game, 3 rushing touchdowns, had 127 rushing yards in the 49-0 win over the Pemberton Hornets. And for their quarterback, Vinny Sacha, another sophomore, this is actually his first varsity season. Going into this game, he was 14 for 25 with 144 passing yards. Good for 2 TDs and 2 INTs with the longest pass of 52 yards. Saka is going to break free. He's going to get within the 20, and that's going to be a first down for the Bears. Like I said, they had that roughing the passer call, and then Willingboro followed it up with a false start, or rather with an offsides. Now all you got to do, you're in the red zone, just keep it going. I mean, there isn't really a better way to put it. Just keep it going. They've shown that the QB run can work. They've shown that the running back game can work. They still need to work a little bit on the passing, but that's something that over the course of a 4-quarter game, you have a lot of time to figure that out, especially considering that Saka's completion rate is over 55%. Here's a break free from the Delran running back, number 6, that being Zahir Collins. And that's going to get him inside the 10. It's not only going to be a first down, but they're going to get him on a first and goal. They're going to hurry up. They're going to try to push this one in. It is... Hold on. I think it's going to be short by about a yard. Delran's offense, they are working a really up-tempo shot right here. They're going to try it again this time. That's a touchdown, Delran! You can hear the collective cheers from everybody here at Joseph Chittini Field. I mean, we weren't sure at first, but now Delran gets them right back into it. It's 14-6.
Tell you what, their run game ran right through them. And I mean, I tell you what, they didn't have the rhythm before. They found it now, and look out, the Bears are coming.
The Bears are coming indeed. Here comes the PAT attempt. It is up, away, and good. 14-7 on the PAT by Brandon Wynn. As soon as Willingboro started to get ahead, Delran said, not so fast. We'll be right back. 14-7, Willingboro over the Bears. We're back here. It's 14-7 Willingboro over Delran. We forgot to do this during the pregame because we didn't have any time, but let's take a look at the Tommy D's Home Improvement Surplus game picks. I said Delran, my producer said Delran, Brian Tortella said Willingboro, and then Chris Baker, there's a question mark next to his name, but once we got here, he told me he voted for Willingboro. So it's an even 2-2 split on our crew. Chris Baker, the correspondent for D2 Sports Network, shout out to them. Win with a squib kick. They're going to try the onside. It is! Did they get it? It's Delran! Unbelievable! This has been a chaotic game in the first quarter. Oh my! I thought, you don't see a lot of onside kicks in high school football. I thought he just muffed it, but that was a plan that was executed to perfection.
Yes. That was a big-time play by the Bears coaching staff. And, hey, they were able to contribute, and here they come again. I wouldn't be surprised if they mow down the field again. Let's see what they can do.
Well, Delran is a kind of team that they are not afraid to go big or go home. They are, led by this young, new, quite eccentric head coach, Colin Huco. He's a great guy, and he's willing to do whatever it takes to get ahead. And that's going to be about good for a yard. Really no gain there, but Nick Peen on the drive there. But no, I mean, the thing is about Delran is that, they've had some good seasons in the past. They've had some bad seasons in the past. And you could say that about every single high school football team under the sun. But the difference is with Delran is that they are willing to go for the big fish a lot more. It's kind of a mano-a-mano deal. Willingboro got 2 touchdowns thanks to a muffed kick return. Now they just did the reverse. It's kind of the Disney saying, anything you can do, I can do better. That's exactly what they did. Vinny Saka in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to his left.
Timeout.
No. False start. Oh, no. Delay of game. Okay. That'll bring him back to second and about 15. It'll bring him back across the 50 to their own 49. But they've already accomplished a lot. They scored the touchdown, got the PAT, and then went right back with it with that onside kick. And then, you can't get them all 100%. So that delay of game maybe a little bit warranted. Going to run the same play again, this time from 5 yards out. Saka running back. He's in trouble. He's in a lot of trouble, and he is sacked by number 53. That would be Jordan Richardson Wright, the junior, and that's going to set up a 3rd and long. Man, that really pokes a hole in their sails. I mean, they got, again, the quick touchdown. They were just unstoppable on offense. They got the PAT, got the onside kick. Now they're kind of back down to earth. They've kind of leveled out a little bit. But we'll see. 3rd and long. 3rd and about a country mile. 21 yards to the goal. From their own 43. Checking on his men. 1 receiver to his right, 1 to his left. Here's a handoff. He's going to break free. It's not going to get him too far, but it will get them to the 50. And that will be 4th down and probably about 12 or 13. Question is, you've already been on a hot streak. Do you go for it?
I mean, right now, I don't know. That one's taking a little bit too much. I mean, you're over 10 yards.
Yeah. We haven't really seen solid evidence that the passing game is going to be capable of that.
Well, that's the thing. They've been using their running game. When they got down to score their first 6 points, it was the run game.
So it's a moot point now because they're going to punt it away here. Brandon Wynn in the back. Wynn punts it away. Willingboro is going to call for a fair catch. They bring it in inside the, looks like inside their 25.
That's where Willingboro will take over 1st and 10.
Willingboro is going to take this one over. Don't forget, we have the Mid-Atlantic Warriors Slugfest tournament this weekend at Woolwick at Logan Avenue Little League. We'll be covering that. Big thanks to Damon Suriani, the assistant coach at Gloucester Catholic Baseball, for having us cover that. 2 games at at 3:30 and then 5:45, and then we've got 5 games set for Sunday, September 17th. So we will be busy this week into this weekend. If you have any questions or comments about today's broadcast, drop me a line at thedanwilkinsshow@gmail.com. You're watching coverage of Willingboro and Delran, West Jersey Football League action here on DWB, Dan Wilkins broadcasting. Just over a minute left in the first quarter. Rolling out to the left. Big run by Ramir Johnson. That's going to bring up second down and short after he got about 7 or 8. Now down to the final minute. Some folks still filing in here late in the first quarter. I know I had to deal with a lot of traffic getting here. I mean, 295 was backed up probably from the Woodcrest station all the way up to probably near where the 70 and 73 exits are. That one's going to be caught by number 10, leveled inside the 30. That's going to be enough for a first down by James Pemberton. That'll be enough to move the chains for Willingboro. See, yeah, 29.6 on the clock. We're one with the crowd tonight here in Delran. Hope you're having a good one. 14-7, Willingboro. Handoff on the first down. He's going to get pulled into the back, and he is taken down for a loss.
Stop by number 24, Danny Batiste in the backfield.
That is Danny Batiste in the back.
About 6.
A huge loss for Ramir Johnson. It's going to be 2nd and 16. And that is going to close out the first quarter. They're going to run this one off, and we're going to give it a 3-2-1 Happy New Year, and it's going to be at the end of the first. Willingboro. Wait, no, they're still going to play. They're still playing. It's out of play, and that is going to end the first. They started running off the field. I thought that they ended the first quarter. They got it off just in time. Sincere apologies there. I really thought that they ended the play, but because most teams don't try it, but they did. But the problem is for Willingboro, that cost them a valuable down when they probably just could have ran it out and started the second quarter with a lot less. I honestly think that's a mistake on their part, but we're going to take a quick break. 14-7, Willingboro. Just starting the second quarter here, 14-7, Willingboro. Willingboro is 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to dump off a pass. It's caught. Big crossover, and it's going to be short. It's going to be 4th and long for the Chimeras.
Number 60, Alex McGovern. Open up 4th down. Number 10, Shane Kingsmore to return for the Bears.
Willingboro to punt on 4th and long, 4th about 16 from the 25. Just getting started here in the second quarter. Chimeras lead 14-7. Here's a high punt. It's going to land at the 45, going to have a little bit of backspin, and Delran's going to take over at the 35, at their own 35.
34-yard line where the Bears will take over 1st and 10.
So Delran, after they've had some offensive duds, they've had some offensive studs, they've had a little bit of everything tonight, and we'll see if they can continue that momentum here in the second quarter.
Working hard as always.
Give public address, giving a shout out to the cheerleaders. What I don't understand is that you see their pom-poms, it's purple and green. I don't know if they could afford the colors of brown and gold, but no, it's not a shortage issue. They're also wearing purple bow ties in their hair. So if anybody has an explanation for that, please let me know, because I don't want to say the wrong thing and then get chastised because I was blissfully unaware of something there. But
two will be 2nd down and 8.
It'll be 2nd and 8 after a 2-yard gain by the Bears. We did get a program courtesy of the Bears, and what we have on the back is that September 14th is the Bear Wear night, so there's nobody in bear costumes here.
We got our band over there. Every night working hard, practicing, doing great things. Competition Saturday? Oh yeah. We'll go finally get first place.
About 2nd and 7. Second and 7.
No such thing as a jinx.
Timeout called by Delran. We'll take a quick break. 10:13 left in the second. Here in the second quarter, Willingboro's band plays on, and we play on here on 2nd and 8 after the timeout by Delran. A quick snap. Saka in the shotgun. He's moving over to the right. He's going to, he fakes the throw, gets a bit of a hop on a bunny hop, and he's down at the 44. That was some trickery right there by Vinny Saka, and that's going to get him enough for about 3rd and short here.
3rd and 1 for the Bears.
Sending this to my business partner because we are in a weird spot right now. Outside in the beautiful Delran weather, that one's going to be a handoff. Is that going to be enough for a first? Delran wants it to be a first, quite obviously.
That is enough for a first down for the Bears.
The Bears with a first down. I love that. They're taking the NFL thematics and they're bringing it over right here to Joseph Chinichi Field. Just under 9 minutes left in a half. Saka with a play fake, running down the sideline in heavy traffic, and it finds the ground. 2nd down. That was intended for Liam Kennedy, but there were about 5 different Chimeras all over Delran right there. And that's going to set up 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. We've got a foot race going on here between 2 Delran injured players. Some of the fans pointed that out. Thought that was pretty interesting. Trying to get back to the bench the fastest, Always trying to keep it light here on DWB. Willingboro's band playing in the background, doing a wonderful job. Very elaborate band. Love it. Love to see it in high school sports. Vinny Saka in the shotgun. After the incompletion, he drops back. He's going to let this one fly on a high arc. It is dropped in double coverage. And there's roughing the passer. So the double coverage incompletion didn't matter. It's a first down for the Bears. Wow. That should have set up 3rd and 10 right there. I mean, I agree with the call. Yeah, I certainly agree with the call, but that one's going to hurt Willingboro quite a bit there. Hand off. Up the middle. He's going to get swarmed at the 40. Nick Peen on the carry.
Gains 1 will be 2nd down and 9.
In the I form, trying to get Willingboro to jump. 2nd and 10, or 2nd and 9 rather, after the run. And off to Cobbins. Going to get a couple of yards, but that's about it.
Keep working hard, all right?
3rd and 8.
Just over 7 minutes left with the clock running here in the half. Saka rolls out to the left. He's going to pass. It's caught to number 24. That being Dennis Vettis. And that is a first down for Delran.
Wow. I tell you what, Willingboro right now, the penalties are hurting them, and the thing is the Bears are really starting to make them pay, and the Bears are not a team to help with the penalties because they will, and they're going down. And we'll see what happens right now. If they stay on the momentum they're on, there will be some more points in for them.
Timeout call by Willingboro. They use their first. 2 timeouts left for each side on the half. We'll take a quick break. 6:39 left in the half. We'll be right back. Here we are with 6:39 left in the half. Some out-of-town scores. Cherokee leads Shawnee 9-0. It is, Absegami and Egg Harbor Township tied at 7. Holy Spirit leads Washington Township 6-0.
Offsides, Willingboro.
It's going to be offsides on the Chimeras. That's going to move us up. Josh Friedman, our good buddy over at the Courier Post, he's over at Seneca for Paul Sixton Seneca. The Golden Eagles and the Eagles facing off against each other. Saka in the shotgun again. Handoff.
Cobbins on the carry.
He's going to be short from Cobbins.
To the 20-yard line.
So after the 1st and 5, that converts to just about 2nd and about 7 after the 2-yard loss. This broadcast is brought to you by DJK Roofing, South Jersey's #1 roofing supplier, with over 200 5-star reviews on the web. Get a free quote today at 856-778-3900. Financing options are available. Just ask for Carmine. Hand off to Cobbins,
Nick Peen on the carry.
or rather Nick Peen, excuse me.
Gets across the 20.
It's going to be 3rd down.
Maybe the 19. To the 19. 3rd and 6.
The 3rd at about mid-range from the 19. Delran looking to even the score. Hand off of the middle.
Gets all the way down
about
to
it?
the 10-yard line.
For number 7,
First down for the Bears.
James Rush on the carry, and it's going to be a 1st down. They're going to play hurry up here. They've been playing up-tempo a lot today.
Sack on the quarterback Deaton.
And maybe this is why they beat a team like Pemberton 49-0. You know, you have games like this. I mean, it's kind of a relief from some of the blowouts we've been having lately. Woodstown beat Paulsboro 28-7 the last game we covered. We had a 54-14 game earlier in this year. This will probably be like a lot like Palmyra and Gloucester Catholic, where one team's going to be in front, but they're never going to have enough to get all the way out of danger. They're always going to have that opponent always lurching on their back. Cobbin with a short run. That's going to get him inside the 5
Gets down to the 7. 3rd and
for
goal.
3rd and goal. So that's going to be quite the phenomenon there. Yeah, 3rd and goal from the from the Willingboro 7. Don't forget, folks, this is the first of 3 games we're covering this weekend. Northern Burlington and Cherry Hill West follows this one at 5 p.m. tomorrow. And then Collingswood at Overbrook, 11 a.m. on Saturday. Going to be a fun one. Dropping back. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Liam Kennedy. The Bears are back. But a flag. Late flag. Hold on. Hold the phones here. We might have trouble. Oh, boy. I hope that's not a personal foul, because he didn't even celebrate or didn't celebrate enough for that to be a warrantable offense. I don't know. If that goes back on the Bears, touchdown.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Oh, that's ridiculous. That's What do you want the players to be sitting there with a straight face when they score a touchdown? They're going to be excited. That should not be an unsportsmanlike conduct call right there. I mean, I understand they have to enforce the rules, but now this is going to set up a really, really weird PAT. But Brandon Wynn is still going to go for it. They're still going to go for it. They're going to line it up from the 25. This is going to be a 41-yard field goal. Yeah, this is going to be a 41-yarder. It's up, it's away, and from 41 out, it's wide right. Man, how many times can you say you see a 41-yard PAT? I mean, I know sometimes that would have been a great story if they made it. That would have showed the boot that Brandon Witt had.
But it doesn't surprise me. This coaching staff have showed on that they're very aggressive. I mean, just look at how they're play calling. They're speeding up. They're trying to surprise the other
They're
team.
playing up tempo with 5 minutes left in the half.
exactly.
I've never seen something like this in a long time.
And sometimes in this game, and we've learned to see it in the NFL and everything, sometimes being aggressive will win you games. And this coaching staff is 100% aggressive, and they're fighting to win. They want to win. They have that bear. They have that.
They got the bear mentality.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Well, right now it's the bare necessities that are helping them right now. It's 14-13 after the PAT was failed, but you got to imagine if it's not for that unsportsmanlike conduct call that probably shouldn't have happened in the first place, this is a tie game. So, but when these guys go into the locker room, that's going to be something that they're going to talk about. Maybe it's because he spun the football like a top. I don't know if that's. I mean, you can fist bump your teammates, but that's such an ambiguous rule. Where what constitutes an unsportsmanlike celebration and what constitutes a sportsmanlike celebration. He threw the football on the ground. What's the big whoop? I don't understand that. Brandon Wynn going to kick this one away to number 2 for Willingboro. That being Zahir Bryant. He's going to get down just short of midfield, and we're going to have 3:29 on the clock here in a second. And just for a clarification for our viewers at home, that is not a criticism on the referees specifically. That's a criticism on the rule book at the most fundamental level. The referees, they have to do their job. They have to make the calls. And I'm not biased towards a certain team. Delran allowed us to be here, but, through thick and thin, I know we have Willingboro fans watching. I know we have Delran fans watching. So I am an objective broadcaster when I'm not covering my home team of Audubon. So, I'll just say that I don't think it was the right call, and I think that should have gone the other way. But you live and you learn, and we live to tell the tale. That's going to be a line drive pass and drop by Terrence Knighton as Lamar Best kept it in the pocket, had a line drive pass, just couldn't let it stick, and it's going to be second down with 3:22 left in half. Going to be quite the interesting showcase here.
Second down and 10.
Well, Willingboro is going to definitely have to pick up the pace because now they've kind of had the warning shot fired that, they that they were up 14-0. They scored 2 touchdowns in 30 seconds maybe after the muffed kick return. But now Delran's come clawing back before the halftime break. Well, speaking of big runs, he's going to step out at the 35. Jareer Johnson gets the run big enough for a first down. But yeah, Delran and Willingboro, they're going to play a little bit up-tempo here because a lot of times that halftime break is what makes or breaks the momentum. If you're down at the half, sometimes the halftime break can break that bad luck and get things going in your favor. But if you're trying to claw back, the halftime is like an inconvenient, kind of stoppage. You just want to keep going. This is going to keep going. Touchdown, Willingboro. Wide open for DeMar Jackson.
What a throw.
Well, I should say, yes, what a throw. I mean, Lamar Best has proven that he is a great pocket passer, but at the same time, how about the fact that all 3 of Willingboro's touchdowns have been in nearly uncontested territories? It just seems like the secondary is lagging behind a little bit, and that's something that they're going to have to talk about at the half. But look, it's not for a lack of effort. Delran has done an excellent job at keeping it aggressive, and this could very well be a high-scoring game. When we have our Tommy D's home improvement picks of the game for who we think is going to win, we don't really count score into that because score can be so unbelievably complicated when it comes to who's going to score first. Excuse me, is it going to be an offensive game, defensive game? They're going to run this one up the middle, and it is good. The 2-point conversion is good, and they're going to make this a 9-point game. Willingboro 22, Delran 13. We're going to pick this up in a minute. We'll be right back. This broadcast is brought to you by Garden State Pet Center, the place to be for all things pet-related, from toys to cages to accessories to the healthiest product choices available for your pet. Reptiles and small animals are also available if that's your thing. Visit today in person on the 200 block of Whitehorse Pike in Audubon, or visit online at exoticpetsnj.com. That one's going to go out to... Oh, that kick is just dead in the water. Returned by Delran, and a big late hit. And a little bit of chippiness there, but Delran's going to take this one over with 3:01 left in the half. 22-13. You're watching coverage of Dan Wilkins Broadcasting Football here in Burlington County, about 30 minutes up from HQ. It's going to be Willingboro 22, Delran 13 here. Willingboro was up 14-0 at one point, but Delran clawed back. They were able to get back into the game, and that's exactly what we've seen here in the second quarter. It's been a story of two teams that play equally tough schedules now face each other, and we've got a tough ball game. Saka throws. It's going to be caught, and they're going to let it fall for number 24, Anthony Marino.
You gotta stop the game.
I don't know what's going on here. This is going to be officials' timeout. I think the scoreboard just went out.
That's not good. I think they're resetting.
I think they have to, because the yeah, there we go. It just
it's bad.
oh.
Oh.
So a little bit of a technical malfunction here. Yeah, the public address announcer was yelling, "You got to stop the game! You got to stop the game!" And we just got a command there that they're going to reset the clock. I don't know. I think it's just going to be right to 3 minutes. So, no. Keep it at 2:50, Vince. There you go. So yeah, 2:50 left in the half. Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. I think they had to unplug something, put it back in. I don't know. Here we go, handoff. No, play fake. It's going to be QB rush by Saka. And he gets out of bounds without contest. That should be enough for... Nah, I think that's going to be short. That was very close. That was very close, but I think that's going to be about a yard short. They didn't really get too far past the line of scrimmage. Saka gets sacked, and that's going to disrupt the momentum here. That's going to make it fourth at about 7. Timeout called on the field by Willingboro. They use their second of the half. Willingboro leads by by 9. It is 22-13. Vince, your thoughts so far?
My thoughts so far is basically this game has been a complete seesaw. I mean, you look at it.
The momentum has gone so many different ways, so many different times.
There's no way you can say that the momentum is on one team. You got Willingboro coming out, looked like they were going to absolutely bury, Delran. And then Delran comes back and they claw their way back. They run through them. And now we're in a situation where now Willingboro's went up a little more. So, I mean, right now, it's hard to judge really where the momentum is. It's kind of all over the place, Dan.
Well, I mean, the thing is that, I was a little bit worried picking up this game because, I saw the last time that these two played each other was last year, and Willingboro won 31-0. So, based off of past history, but then Delran also buried Willingboro 2 years ago in 2021. So, I was conflicted about it, but these two teams have seemed to have a very different game tonight than what they had last year. And you can't really compare the scores of last year too much to the scores of last year. Look at this! Oh my goodness! Number 15 for Delran. That would be Brady Bowman. Unbelievable!
Brady Bowman.
Oh.
Down to the 30-yard line.
Save that move for WrestleMania. That's going to be a first down for Willingboro. Unbelievable. Wow. And remember, I don't work for either school, so that's not even biased. That's just a straight up good play. Tackled was number 5, Terrence Knighton. That's going to set us up for just over 2 minutes left in the half. Remember, high school is just like college where there's no 2-minute warning. Well, high school is like college in a lot of other ways. But Lamar Best. He's staying up. He dumps the pass off to the left. He had to defuse that quickly. Pass made to Ramir Johnson. They're going to keep this one rolling. They're going to go no huddle here, just like Delran was doing. Maybe taking a little inspiration. Liner, incomplete. Intended for number 2, Zahir Bryant, the sophomore, class of 26.
Mr. Atkinson up in the booth. Getting ready for that halftime show.
Lamar Best rolling out of the pocket. He's been very mobile tonight. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to keep going, and it's enough for an easy first down for the Chimeras.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 41.
By the way, when we get to Saturday and we play Collingswood and Overbrook at 11 a.m., that will already be 16 high school teams that we'll have covered this season, and we're only halfway through September. I think we're going to have at least 30 teams that we're going to cover all over the state. That's going to be a false start on Willingboro. 1:43 left in the half. Stay tuned at the end of the half for the DJK Roofing halftime show. It's been a good one. Again, I was cautiously optimistic driving up here to Delran. Not to say that I wouldn't have covered the game, but, you know, the history of 31-0, Willingboro beat these guys last year. Things are very different for these two clubs tonight. That one's going to be enough for a couple extra yards to bring them back where they started for second down and about 10 or 11. 90 seconds left in the half. Here we go. Lamar Best running left side. He gets out without contest. That's going to be enough for a Willingboro first down. Well, now, I mean, they've been playing this perfectly. They've been aiming right for the sidelines, whether it's been for a short pass or whether it's been for, at the same time, you know, they've been running it a lot with Best, and he's also been hugging the sidelines as well. So they've been having nearly perfect clock management. So if they can get one more score before the half, I think that they can go into the locker room really confident. But if they don't score, 9 points is not insurmountable. That's a touchdown, and that's a touchdown and a safety. That's that's 3 field goals. Not saying that that's very common in high school football. Here we go. Pass over the middle. It's caught, and that's going to bring them inside the 5. Willingboro on the doorstep again. This has been an offense-heavy game, but when we saw Palmyra and Gloucester Catholic, both teams were incredibly biased on passing. This seems like a much more even mix, at least for Willingboro. Delran is still a rush-heavy team, but they're going to pass again. Well, no, Lamar Best, he sees a hole. He's going to shoot for it. He's in the pylon. It's a touchdown, Willingboro.
Number 3.
They get on the board again, but there is a flag down. There is a flag down. Hold the phone. All right, I'll talk this one over. Touchdown.
Touchdown is good.
Another unsportsmanlike conduct call. Wow. So I guess that's the message for everybody going into the locker room. Have a stone cold expression when you cross over into the end zone. So yeah, don't drop the football. I mean, Lamar Best, you know, kudos to him because he had to curl in the pylon. But it's also a good thing that I'm sure it's protocol, but the officials, the fact that they clarified that it was a touchdown before announcing the penalty, as not to instill more chaos.
Willingboro will go for 2.
They're going for 2.
Well, they saw that Brandon Wynn missed the 41-yard field goal. Remember, they haven't gone for a PAT all night. This is their 4th touchdown. They've gone for 2 both times. They've got 28 on the board, but
Going for 30.
going for 30. A bit of a weirder score, but you make it work. A flag down in the backfield. It's not going to matter because it's going to be short, but let's see what they call here. Yeah, it's no good no matter what. Oh, they called a false start on the offense. Penalties declined. Hold on. Does that mean they do it again?
No, it's just no good.
Okay. Because I saw the false start on the offense, but when you see a false start on the offense, I thought that, or you know what, that you know how they do like the Macarena kind of thing. I thought that also meant illegal formation or illegal motion. Doesn't it also mean the same thing?
Yeah, I think it really.
I couldn't hear the verbiage of the ref, but
yeah. It's pretty strange, but I mean, all when it gets down to that point is if it's on the offense, it's automatically it's not going to be good at all.
So I was going to say, were they going to try it again from
it's not gonna be good,
from 47 yards out? I wasn't sure what they were going to do there, but they just decide to let it be, and it's 28-13, Willingboro. 2 for 4 on 2-pointers.
Hopkins and Jordan to return.
Looks like some fans got some good grub going on here. Yeah. Somebody just brought up nachos. I don't know. I haven't had dinner yet, so all I had was like a snickerdoodle cookie at Wawa at 4 o'clock. That was about it. I'm getting a little hungry. Big dog's got to eat. Willingboro is going to kick this one away with a liner. It's caught by number 45. They're going to bring it to the 45 with 39.8 seconds on the clock. That is, again, number 45, who is not listed on our roster, unfortunately. I wish I could give him credit for that good catch, but don't have him on our roster. Just under 40 seconds left in the half, 28-13. Again, once we go to the halftime break, stay tuned for our halftime show, and then 24 more minutes of West Jersey football.
Try to get some, I mean, this is a very important run here for the Bears. They really need to, 39 seconds, they really need to try to get a score before the half to really push a punch right now. You're down 28-13. You really need to do something with this drive.
Well, what they need to do is they need to hug the sidelines, but that's not going to work. They're probably going to call a timeout here.
No gain. Second down and 10.
Clock's still running. They're at 30 seconds. Delran should have 2 timeouts on the clock.
Why did they call a timeout?
I don't know.
Wow, this is the one to see.
They've got, yeah, I think they've got to speed it up here.
They're not even going to try. Wow.
Yeah. 15 seconds left, unless they're going to try like a Hail Mary or something. Colin Huco's got to be watching that clock.
Now here they go.
Now they're rushing, and now with 6 seconds, Delran calls a timeout. They should have called that when the play stopped. They would have had 25 seconds on the clock.
39 seconds is a lot of time, and that's
they just let it wait. Yeah, I don't like that decision right there. That's you had 2 timeouts and waited until 6 seconds left, because those timeouts don't roll over. You don't suddenly go into the third quarter with 4 timeouts. So yeah, they've got a. I don't know if that was just a lapse in judgment. I mean, again, this is high school football. I don't want to I don't want to be too harsh on Colin Huco. He's a new head coach. This is his first year. But I think you got to call a timeout there. They're going to line this one up from their own 46.
I don't know. Maybe they're going to test his arm or the run game.
Well, Vinny Saka hasn't had too many passes to go off of in his first varsity season. But they're going to try it with 6 seconds left.
Oh, let's see.
Saka drops back. He's already being rushed. He's going to dump this one off. Clock runs out, and that's going to get him down inside the 40, but it's not going to matter. Delran fails to score at the end of the first half. It is 28-13 in favor of the Chimeras. It's been a good game. We'll see in about 8 or 9 minutes with the halftime report, and we've got a little bit more coming for you after this. All right, well, this is an interesting setup, but we're outside of the press box. Didn't have enough room in the press box. Now we're outside. We've been outside all day, but it's been a good game. 28-13 in favor of Willingboro. It's been a good game. Really not a whole lot else to say, but it's been offense heavy, don't you think?
Yes, it's been big time offense heavy. I mean, you got Willingboro coming out. They 14-0, right? And then all of a sudden, here comes the Bears back. They were running right through them, and now as we got close to the half, it was kind of it looked even. Even though Willingboro, they had a lead this whole time, it was starting to get even, and then all of a sudden Willingboro came up, and now the score, as it shows in the bottom of your screen, is 28-13. So it's kind of been a
leveled out
night.
Yeah, it's been a weird night. I mean, we saw Willingboro went up 7, and then they had that muffed kick return that went for a touchdown on just one play. When Willingboro scores, they score big, but when Delran scores, they got to work for it. They got to fight for it. But they are aggressive. They are putting in 110, even 115% into the offense to making sure that they are able to score efficiently and often. That's what both teams have done tonight. It seems like Willingboro has taken a little inspiration from the Delran offense, and so is Delran on the Willingboro defense. But, it's been a roller coaster tonight. I thought Willingboro was surely going to win, and then when Delran made it 14-13, I thought Delran was going to win, but now Willingboro's up 28-13 at the half. And this is the time for momentums to change.
Yep.
They've gone over everything that they need to go over in the locker room. They've gone over every single strategy call that they need to worry about. So now the job is to execute those calls. So the question is for Willingboro, can they continue that momentum that they had in the last 5 minutes of the half, or will Delran come storming back like they did in the second quarter and make this thing another competitive one? So that's the question that we're going to ask ourselves in the next 24 minutes. We're going to take a quick break. Willingboro just took the field. Delran just came out of the tunnel as well. We'll be right back. Delran trails by 15 at the half. We're just about to get started here from Joseph Chinechi Stadium. We'll be right back. Garden State Pet Center is an independently owned full-service pet store. Our specialty is promoting companionship between people and animals by providing the healthiest product choices available, including all-natural foods, supplements that support and relieve health issues, and innovative products for pet parents. Our goal is to provide our customers with a relaxing environment, and while we're not striving to be the biggest store on the East Coast, we're striving to be the best. No other pet store will make you feel at home like we do. At Garden State Pet Center, we view pets as members of the family. We don't believe in fast, high-pressure sales sales, but instead matching up the right pet with the right owners, as you are making a lifelong commitment. Together with our team members, we would like your visit to our store to be both enjoyable and educational. Simply drop in and take a look around. View the birds, reptiles, small animals, toys, food, cages, and miscellaneous items. Learn of the services we have to offer and decide for yourself if this is the store you'd like to call your home away from home.
Victor Santucci, owner of Garden State Pet Center. Visit us today at 226 South Whitehorse Pike in Audubon, New Jersey. We're open 7 days a week for all of your pet's needs.
Third quarter just about to get underway here in Delran. 28-13. Yeah, like I said, it's been a seesaw of a game. I think that's something that's hard to deny. I mean, like I said, my choice for who I thought was going to win, again, at the beginning, with our Tommy D's home improvement picks, I thought it was going to be Delran. But at the same time, yeah, don't count them out. You don't count them out until dead time in the fourth quarter. But, you know, Delran has had a roller coaster of emotions tonight. They've been up, they've been down. They've had some defensive plays that have seemed just out of the box weird. They've had some offensive plays that have just seemed unorthodox and, you know, maybe not thought through. But remember, Colin Hugo is a head coach. He is a first-year head coach. he is a head coach, yeah. No, he's a first-year head coach. And what's important is that every single drive, every single play is a learning experience for him. This is going to be taken in by Willingboro inside the 10. They're going to get a good run inside of the 30, and he's going to bring this one in to start the second half in a 28-13 game in favor of the Chimeras. Fans still filing in here after the halftime break. I had myself a good cheeseburger, $5. They actually did it really good. I don't think it was on a brioche, but it was on a really good fluffy bun. I always grade stadium, like not like grade them in like, you know, A, B, C, D, or F, but like I always critique stadiums that I go to based off of how good the food is. But maybe that's why I have a Planet Fitness membership. That's going to go for about 8 yards, and Willingboro is going to get a big kick here on their first offensive play of the half. Going to make it second and short.
Bring up second down and 2.
Don't forget, folks, this is the first of 3 games that we're covering this week. Northern Burlington and Cherry Hill West is on the leisure for Friday, 5 o'clock. And then after that, Collingswood and Overbrook, 11 a.m., Saturday the 16th. Going to be a fun one. Lamar Best from the pocket. He has a pass, and I think that one was incomplete. Probably third down and short. Delran's schedule, their agenda for the rest of the season. After this will be Cinnaminson on the 22nd. They've got 3 home games in a row. Cinnaminson on the 22nd, Pennsauken on the 29th. That was the game we were originally going to cover, but we subbed it out in substitution for this one. Rancocas Valley on the 6th, 4 straight home games in a row. And then they close out the season with a October 13th matchup versus Notre Dame, and then October 20th versus Camden Eastside and the Tigers. Lamar Best hands it off up the middle. He's going to stay on his feet. He's leveled below the knees. And a takedown for the Chimeras. Jimmy Rudd gets the takedown, and that's going to bring up fourth down. That would be Jimmy Rush. It's fourth down for the Chimeras. They're going to appear to go for it.
Come on, let's go. Fourth down.
Here we go. Best tries for the conversion. He's got it. He's going to go a long way to the 2010 touchdown Chimeras. Lamar Best again. 34-13.
That doesn't put a punch in you. I don't know what does.
That's a real gut punch to Delran right there. They had a really good momentum going, and now it seems to have unraveled a bit here. 34-13. No unsportsmanlike conduct call this time like we saw in some of the other touchdowns. They're going to line this one up.
Drone. I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like some UFO thing.
They're going to try for 2 again. They've scored 5 touchdowns today. They've gone 2 for 4 in 2-point conversions. They have not attempted a PAT all night. Best lets it fly. It is caught by DeMar Jackson, who had the first touchdown of the night. Makes it 36-13. Willingboro, all hands on deck. Take a look at this, folks. We've got it's not a UFO. It is a drone that is flying over the stadium right now. Somebody's getting really, really good footage right now. Those red and green flashing lights, it's hard to tell from where we're at right now from the angle on the broadcast. It looks a lot darker than it is. I'm going to try to hold on. Sorry about that. trying to make this a little bit easier for everybody to see. Take a look at this. We'll adjust the shutter speed a little bit. Yeah, that makes it a little bit easier to see. It's a drone that's just kind of in the sky. You can see where it is right now. It is just over the place here. So at the 40, they're going to send this one away. Willingboro up 36-13. A good game for the Chimeras tonight. They would improve to 2-2 if they hang on to win. Delran would fall also to 2-2 if they fall. They're going to try a squib kick, but Delran will... hold on. Did they get it back? They might have. Oh, boy. No way.
Wait. Yeah, they did. Yeah, it's a true ball.
Recovered by the Bears.
Bears got it back.
Take over 1st and 10 from the 46.
Okay, they did,
Yeah.
Ooh, I was just saying.
That was, I mean, Delran already recovered an onside kick earlier tonight. I would have been quite surprised if they kept it, if Willingboro got one back. Here we go, Vinny Saka. He's going to roll it out to the left. He's going to dump off a pass. It's caught by Rush. He's going to get about 7 yards on that one.
To the 48. To the 40. They'll bring up second down.
Second down, about 4. Just under 10 minutes here in the third quarter, just getting underway in the second half. Handoff up the middle.
On the carry. Gets down to the 46.
He's going to be at the 46 for 3rd and 2. Yeah, I didn't think you'd be allowed to have a drone up above the field. You can still see the green light and the red light kind of flashing through a little bit. The red light is apparently not all that visible on the broadcast, but you can easily see the green light. I didn't know you were allowed to have one up above the field. I'd imagine don't punt in that area. Ball is loose. Willingboro gets it back. That was wide open for the taking, and the Chimeras get it back, and they'll continue to bury the hatchet right here on this drive.
Just the thing is, right now, the turnovers are killing them. I mean, it's right now you don't want to give them any more momentum, but yet that turnover right there could have been. Hey, I mean, they're already up by a good amount now. We'll see what the Bears defense can do. Remember, it's not over, folks. But then again, that was definitely a big punch in the gut.
I mean, at the same time, it's not like Saka has thrown any interceptions. All of the turnovers have been fumbles. And they almost lost their own kick return. They almost got the onside kick to go. And if that doesn't work for you, I don't know what will. That's a line drive pass off the hands and incomplete, almost. Back in Delran, intended for number 6, Ramiro Johnson. And in the litany of options in the infield, in the secondary, including number 26, Liam Finn. Willingboro's band marches on. Lamar Best again in the shotgun. Handoff up the middle. That's going to be a loss. Well, if they're going to give up that turnover, the best thing they can do... Oh, we got a flag. Hold on. Late flag, a very late flag. Where is the white cap? I'm looking for the white cap. Where is the white cap? I don't know where he went. Oh, he's probably conferring in the huddle there? Yeah, there he is. There's our white cap. See what he has to say. I think that's roughing the passer. I think that was. That's going to be a first down, Chimeras.
Personal foul on Willingboro.
Oh no, personal foul on Willingboro. See, I saw the slash. I didn't see that. I saw the slash. I thought it was roughing the passer, but
that helps. That helps a little bit.
That definitely helps. That's going to bring him back 15 yards for third and a country mile.
3rd and 26.
Wow. You just heard it there. 3rd and 26. I've seen longer, but you don't see many longer than that.
Yeah, he showed his own tonight. We'll see what he can do.
They're going to have to go great lengths to finish that off. He gets the run. Pass is complete.
Gets it all the way out.
They got it all the way to the 49, and they didn't convert a 3rd and 26 just yet, but they made it 4th and 5. That's still a 21-yard gain. You can't get much closer than that. You cannot get much closer than that. The Chimeras crowd on the other side having a ball. We'll see if they can convert on 4th and 5. They've converted many tough plays before tonight. They have a chance to do it again with Lamar Best. Best drops back from the pocket. He's in trouble. They want a hold called. It's caught on the sideline. Delran wanted a hold, but they don't get it. No flags. It's going to be a first down, Chimeras. Caught by Zahir Bryant. You can hear some of the home crowd calling for a hold, but yeah, that's tough right there.
You heard it. 26 yards they were back.
They were at 3rd and 26. Yeah. It would be different if it was 2nd and 26, if you had a really bad fumble or a muffed snap. But 3rd and 26, they get 21 yards on play A and then more than enough on 4th down. Well, Lamar Best is going to try to capitalize on that to extend the lead for the Chimeras. This one drops back. They're just letting it fly now. Picked off. He lets it fly right into the secondary. He's going to be down on the other side of the midfield. He's eventually down at the 43. I think that was picked off by number 22, which would be Dylan Husband. And Delran with the first interception of the game for either side.
Lights open.
We got a light show going on over here on the Willingboro side. Keeping things illuminated a little bit over there.
They got the groove over there.
They've had the groove all night. And even though they just got picked off too. First and 10 from the 45. Dropping back. Oh, he's going to let this one fly. And that's almost picked off, but no good. Almost picked up by number 22, Jackson Murray, and intended for number 10, Shane Kingsmore. Wow. That would have been almost a rite of passage if they gave up a pick and then had another one, but alas, no cigar on that one.
I was going off on a leg right there by making that pass.
That was risky. You're down 36-13. If you're going to get back into the game, I don't think passes like that are going to do you much good. Good QB spy right there. They're going to get right through the O-line. And he had to throw that one away.
Center for Cobbins was incomplete, third down.
So Cobbins, excuse me. Misses that one. It's going to be incomplete. 3rd and 10. After back-to-back incompletions and a near pick. I got to say, Willingboro's defensive line, they've stepped it up. They've turned it up to 11. You know, they've had a lot of QB spies, a lot of blitzes that have worked really well in pressuring the Delran offense. Because it seems like Lamar Best, you've seen him. He's thrown from the pocket a lot of times, and he hasn't been pressured a lot of those times. And he's going to be pressured again. He's got 3 men on him. Oh, no! Unbelievable. Incomplete. Kennedy, but there is a flag, and it's on the offense.
Looks to be a blindside block on the base.
And they're going to call an illegal block on Delran.
Mr. Atkinson, keep it down. Mr. Atkinson. Blindside block.
Yeah, so illegal block on Delran. That's going to bring him back 15 yards.
41-yard line, third down.
Wow. So the incompletion was bad enough, but that penalty makes it from bad to worse for the Bears. We've only had a couple games this year that have been close all the way through. I thought at the half, maybe when it was 22-13, I'm thinking maybe Delran's got a shot. And I'm not saying they don't, but this is going to be a lot harder for them from 3rd and 25. What will they do? He's pressured again. He breaks away. That's going to be short. It's going to be hopping quite short there. That's going to be 4th and very long, 4th and 25. And that is a real gut punch for the Bears because they had a good run going and just now they've lost a lot of the wind in their sails. They're going to bring out the special teams unit with Brandon Wynn. With 6:40 left in the third, they're going to take this one away. Here on Thursday Night Football, Willingboro leads Delran 36-13. Don't forget, we've got Northern Burlington and Cherry Hill West tomorrow, 5 o'clock start time. Going to be a little bit earlier than usual, but that is just because of the Rosh Hashanah holiday. Saturday on the 16th will be at 11 a.m., Collingswood and Overbrook. Colonial Conference action. Wynn rolls out to his right. He's going to punt this one away, and it's going to roll out at the 25. First down, Willingboro. Well, for Delran, they're down by a lot more than what they were at the half. What's their game plan? What do you think their game plan should be, Vince?
I mean, their game plan right now is to not. I mean, right now the passing we've all seen. It's not their ace right now. My main what I would do is I would mostly keep their run game. They show that their run game can definitely do damage, but it's kind of slowed up a bit. They really need to get down and get going with this run game because it showed. It is proven. We've all seen it. This run game can really push a dent into this defense of Willingboro, but they need to get down and going.
Well, the problem is that Willingboro knows Delran is panicking a little bit. They know that they are rushing, so they're going to pass the ball more. So they set up these perfect QB spies, and they just destroyed the O-line. Yeah. And that's going to be a run that's about 5 yards to the 35. But, I mean, you know, if Delran wants to win this game, they've got to force a turnover, go hard on Willingboro, don't go soft on them. We've seen, like I said, Willingboro has scored 5 touchdowns tonight. At least 3 of them have been nearly uncontested. Yeah. You know, wide open wide receiver, and they just waltz into the end zone. And that's not what you want if you're Delran's defensive coordinator, because that's showing that there's vulnerabilities and weaknesses in the defense. So you've got to rely on that D-line to rush the quarterback, just like Willingboro's been doing to you. Look at what they're doing and see what they can do, and again, take a little bit of more inspiration from Willingboro and run the ball more. It's exactly what they need to do, and that's going to be a first down for the Chimeras. But, I mean, crazier things have happened. I mean, you know, you take 13 away from this score, it's a 23-0 game. That's how Delran should approach this. You know, not that Willingboro has 36, not that Delran has 13. Put it back to 0. Yeah, if you take Delran's points away and you take Willingboro's lead away, it's 23-0. And that's something that they need to focus on. You do the math, you need 3 touchdowns, 3 PATs. It's a hard task, but it's doable if they can stop Willingboro. But here we go. Oh my goodness, what a catch! Touchdown, Chimeras! Well, that challenge just got even steeper as the Chimeras extend the lead to 42-13. Man, Delran seemed to have a grip.
The main thing right now is they're outdoing them with the plays. I mean, these plays right here, especially the passing. I mean, he was just outrun. I mean, he outran him completely. The pass was perfect. I mean, it was a perfectly
and in double
placed,
coverage too.
Double coverage. I mean, this team is just incredible tonight, especially in what they've shown, what they can do. This team, the lay out in the leg that they've gone tonight has been incredible.
Willingboro kicks this one away. It's up, away, and good. Their first PAT of the night. They've gone for 2 every single time, but now they're going to lay off the gas a little. And it's 43-13. Willingboro leads by 30. We're going to take a quick break. 5 minutes left in the quarter. 43-13. Willingboro running away with this one. Garden State Pet Center is an independently owned full-service pet store. Our specialty is promoting compassion.
DJK Roofing is an American-owned company that cares about our customers. We answer the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and offer financing options to keep cash in your pocket. Even in our busiest times, estimates happen within 24 hours if needed. Most jobs can be completed in 1 day. Our measurement techniques ensure accuracy, so there are no extra waste materials when we replace your roof. We treat our home like it's yours. From the biggest to the smallest jobs, the owner will be on site to oversee the operation. Our employees are not permitted to smoke on jobs, and cleanup is so good that it might be cleaner than when we arrive. For all your roofing needs, call DJK Roofing now.
Willingboro going to send this one away. Whistle blown at the 40.
Mike gets the kick for the Bears, brings it out to the 39-yard line where the Bears will take over first and 10.
The Bears will take over this one. No, well, Vince, you were just asking about a running clock. I think the rule is, and I could very well be corrected on this, but the rule is that if a team leads by 24 or more at the half, which Willingboro only led by 14 at the half, or rather by 15 at the half, but still, they would only do a running clock with 24 or more. Now, if the third quarter ends and these guys are still by 24 or more, which that would be the case if Delran doesn't score, then I believe they would do a running clock for the fourth quarter. Saka goes out, gets a pass on the run, it's caught by number 19. Did they call it incomplete?
Number 19, Matt Avery.
Yeah, that was Matt Avery.
First down for
That was an incredible. Both feet were kept in. He did a great job to make sure that with the motion that he was going in to keep his feet in bounds. An incredible catch right there.
And not only that, but I don't even think you have to keep both feet down in high school. I think it's just like college rules. I think it's 1 foot. So it's a moot point anyway, but still an excellent catch. Sock on the shotgun, or rather under center. Rushed by Jimmy Rush.
Jimmy Rush.
We got that one down there.
No gain.
Second down, second and about 10. Don't forget, we'll be in Warwick Saturday and Sunday for coverage of the Mid-Atlantic Warriors Slugfest tournament. Big thanks to Damon Suriani for having us cover that. Starts with the 10U tournament, 3:45 on Saturday from Logan Avenue Little League, and starts Sunday at bright and early, 8 a.m. from Warwick. Handoff. He gets a breakaway. Hit in the back and taken down at the opposite 35.
See another first down for the Bears.
Taken by, number 6, Zahir Cobbins. About 8 o'clock here in Delran. I believe the Eagles and Vikings start in a couple minutes on Thursday Night Football. Let's hope the Eagles score is just like this one, except the home team is the one with 43. And off to Cobbins. He gets a big gain here and taken out of bounds inside the 30. That's going to be about good enough for 7 yards. It's going to be second down.
Down to 29. Second and 5.
That was out of bounds. That should have been stopped.
Yeah, I don't know, but they are running the clock. It could very well be as soon as the team hits 24, they start the running clock, but not 100% sure on that. But we'll follow what they have. Clock's a little bit off on our end. 2:45 left in the third, but you get the point. Oh, hold on. We've got a... I didn't see a flag thrown, but alas. Offsides on Willingboro. And that might be enough for a first down.
Yards and a first down for the Bears.
That is a first down for Delran. First down for the Bears. Saka rolls it out. It's dropped by number 24.
Saka's pass is incomplete.
Intended for Dennis Fatisse. That could have been a TD run if he made that catch, but just a little wide. .206 on the clock. Handoff to the left side. Cobbins, he's got a breakaway. It's just about at the 3. They're going to let the clock run. They're inside. They're at the 3-yard line.
First and goal from the 5.
Or actually, no, from it's about the 5, but they're closer than ever to scoring. Need to get back in it. And if there's any play to do it, it's right now. Handoff. Got trapped. Cobbins.
Cobbins on the carry. Loses 3.
Tackle by Willingboro. Loss of about 3 yards for second down. And goal from the 8.
Second down at 8.
Willingboro leads Delran 43-13. Don't forget, for our Delran fans, we'll be back in action for the Delran soccer game versus the Cinnaminson Pirates on October 2nd. Monday afternoon soccer feature. It's going to be a fun one. Hope y'all can tune in for some Burlington County soccer action with one of the best programs in the state, facing off against another Burlington County powerhouse in Cinnaminson. Number 10 moving over to the left, Saka. He's got some room. It is gonna be touchdown Bears! Don't count them out yet. The Bears with their 3rd touchdown of the night. This time a QB keeper from Vinny Saka, and it is 43-19. Vince, I think they go for 2 here. Wait, hold on. Flag on the play. You saw something, Vince? Oh, yeah. Hit it wrong. Okay, my bad. I called you out on it. I didn't mean to do that. 39.4 on the clock. They're going to go for 2, which is a good strategy to have here. Would make it 43-21 and would put them within the 24-point window to stop the running clock going into the 4th quarter if they convert. If they don't, the running clock stays.
Cobbins for the 2-point conversion.
That's going to be short.
No good.
43-19, it was worth a shot, but Delran's going to have to do more than that to get back into this one. 43-19, though, a high-scoring game, to say the least. We'll be right back. Delran's going to kick this one away. They've recovered an onside kick before. Don't hold your breath, but oh, that one didn't work. It's not going to go 10 yards. I don't even know if that went 1 yard. That just kind of that was a muffed kick right there, and not only do they not get the possession, that actively helps Willingboro. Lamar Best has thrown it deep from the pocket, but what we've seen before from Lamar Best tonight at the QB spot is that he's had a lot of time to throw. Delran and Saka have been pressured, Vinny Saka, he's been pressured almost every play, but Best hasn't. So that's the question that you got to ask if you're Delran is like, we got to start pressuring the QB more, because when they run, they hit them well. But when they pass, they have a really good rush defense. But their passing defense needs their secondary and the pass defense. I'm not even talking about the secondary. I'm talking about the fact that, their D-line just isn't pressuring the quarterback like that. Well, now they are, but now he's going to run it himself. It's going to be enough for a first, and he's going to take that one out. Out of bounds. They're going to stop it with 28.9 on the clock.
doing this again.
They're playing Mary Had a Little Lamb on the drums. There's a handoff up the middle. He's going to break away. Roll down hard. No, I don't know if you heard that on the mic, but they were playing Mary Had a Little Lamb on the drums. That's not against the band. I thought that was really creative. They've got 10 seconds left in the third, and they're going to let this one run down with a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and a Happy New Year to you. 43-19 at the end of the third. We've still got one more to play, but Willingboro's up big. We'll be right back. Willingboro up big here in the fourth. It is 43-19 in favor of the Chimeras. They're going to bring this one out to the 15. Yeah, it's not going to start until they run the first play. Lamar Best, the 6-foot, 170-pound quarterback, just a sophomore, class of 2026. 45 for 70 going into this game. Hand off, left side. Does he get another? Crosses through, and it's a touchdown, Willingboro. That's the 6th touchdown that Willingboro has scored. And it's getting ugly, folks. That is scored by Ramir Johnson. And it is 49-19. Yeah, Lamar Best, as a freshman, threw for 1,358 yards, 93 for 171, 23 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. This year, scored 6 touchdowns in the 55-0 win over Mastery Camden. That is up and away. It is good. That's an even 50 for Willingboro, 50-19, taken away by number 55. That being Olelikan Adeli, and 11:51 left in the ball game here. 50-19, Delran. 69 combined points tonight between these two clubs. It's been a high-scoring game. The only difference is that a lot of that scoring has gone to the visitors. So that's the best way you can put it here. As we said, I mean, in just 3 games so far this year, Lamar Best, who, again, is a sophomore, class of 2026, has already passed for 682 yards, and he's already halfway to where he was last year as a freshman with over 1,300 passing yards. He's got 8 touchdowns on the season. He's going to have 13 touchdowns by the end of the game today. Returned by Liam Kennedy of Delran. He is down at the 34. Bears take over. You're good. You're good, boss. All right, here we go. First down and 10 for the Bears. Down 50-19. You're watching coverage of West Jersey Football League action here from Joseph Chinechi Stadium in Delran. I'm here with Vincent Folks, my producer, my graphics crew, Gavin Van Rel and Caleb Lane. That one is dropped. Intended for number 23, Dylan Husband. I'll make it 2nd down and 10. After this week's festivities with Northern Burlington and Cherry Hill West, and then Collingswood and Overbrook on Saturday, tune in on Friday, September 22nd, as we go down south to the land of the Panthers, orange and black. Riverside and Pittman on September 22nd, 7 p.m. kickoff. And then September 29th, brand new, Glassboro and Clayton, 7 o'clock start time from Clayton High School, about 30 minutes south of where I'm at, in Audubon. Jimmy Rush with a big rush to the 45. That's going to be enough for a 1st down for the Bears. Wait, hold on. Might have spoke too soon there. No, they are going to move it over. I should have gone with my gut instinct, man. They are going to move the chains. From the 43. 11 minutes left on the clock here in regulation. Willingboro leads by 31 over the Bears. But they're still fighting. Don't count them out just yet. Vinny Sakin under center. Oh, Saka's going to throw. He lets it fly. Double coverage and incomplete. Intended for number 24, Dennis Vitisse. And that's going to be 2nd down. This has been quite an interesting game. We originally were setting up in the press box. Didn't have enough room. Got sent outside. Big thanks to Anthony Godotti for being understanding and having us out here in the first place. I don't care if I'm sitting on a metal bleacher. Once I get back to my car, I'll be good. I'll have my AC on. Although it is actually a little bit cooler tonight. It is. I wish I could describe it. For those not watching in person, but it is a beautiful night for football. Even a little chilly, if you will. Like, I am a kind of person who wears shorts a lot. So are you, Vince. I wear T-shirts and shorts as my most formal attire, but like it felt weird wearing a suit for prom. I'm just like, that's out of my comfort zone. I don't wear business suits, but made it work. Actually, let's check on the weather right now. Not only that, but in Delran, we're a little bit closer to the Delaware River, so we get a little bit of that river breeze. Right now it is 70, and it's going to keep getting cooler as the night goes on. Moving over to the left, Saka's going to hand it off to Cobbins. And he's going to get swarmed by a plethora of Chimeras. That's going to bring up 4th down. But they did get a small, minute gain. Going to make it 4th and about 6. Again, if Willingboro hangs on to this one, they'll improve to 2-2. Delran would also fall to 2-2. So these two teams, like I said, Willingboro beat Delran 31-0 last year. They're up by 31 again. It could very well end the same way, just with a little bit more scoring on both sides. Pass out. Deflected and almost picked. They tried it, but that's going to be a turnover on downs with 9:06 left on the clock, and Willingboro is going to take this one over and try to extend the lead further. Don't forget, folks, on October 6th, we'll be heading up to the Northlands with the St. Joe's Metuchen Falcons and the Edison Eagles, the state champs. 7 o'clock start on Friday, October 6th. And then Saturday, 2 Group 1 powerhouses square off, Paulsboro and Salem. 12 p.m. start time in Salem on October 7th. And if you're looking for more soccer games, don't forget to tune in on Monday, September the 18th, with Audubon and Gateway Soccer from the Green Wave Turf. 4 p.m. start time. Hand off to the left. He's going to keep going. He's got another 1st down. He's going to keep on his feet with 3 men to his east. A big run by number 6, Ramir Johnson. And Willingboro keeps on keeping on, and that's going to make it a first down for the Chimeras. Well, Vince, we both picked Delran to win. We were both wrong tonight. Well, still 8 minutes left, but looking at the score, probably going to be a Willingboro victory. I mean, we'll talk about it in the post-game show, but still, I mean, this has been a journey and a half up until early in the third quarter. That entire first half was extremely competitive. Second half, not so much. Oh my goodness, that's a touchdown, Chimeras. I thought he was down, but I guess not. 56-19. Their 7th touchdown, their 8th touchdown, if my numbers are right, of the night.
This is just a total beatdown.
There's no other way to put it. 56-19. I mean, even when we saw Buna play Gloucester, that was 54-14, but Gloucester got all of their scoring out of the way early. They led 46-7 at the half. This was different. And now going for his 3rd PAT of the night, being number 55, being Olakan Andoe. And away it goes. It's good. He is 3 for 3 on PATs. We're going to take a quick break. It is an unbelievable 57-19 Willingboro over Delran. It is a paltry 57-19 Willingboro over Delran. They're going to send this one away. Up at the 15, taken in by Liam Kennedy.
Auto on the kick out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to bring it out to about the 30. Bears will take over 1st and 10. Yeah, it looks like they are running the clock, so we might get out of here a little bit sooner, but well, I mean, yeah, this has been a beatdown. You know, we came up with this, not last minute, but we came up with it in the past week because we were originally supposed to see Pennsauken and Delran. But Pennsauken's one of the top 15 teams in South Jersey, let alone the state.
Imagine what they would have done.
I think it would have been worse, but not to say that, let me just clarify, Delran is not a bad team. I think that Willingboro just was overpowering a little bit, and there are some flaws in the defense that they're going to have to work with. But Colin Huco, he's a smart coach. He knows what he's doing. He knows the solutions to fix them. He's just got to put it in action. That's a handoff. Going to get a little bit of yardage on that. Looks like some of the subs are in for, yeah, a little bit, maybe 1 or 2. Looks like Willingboro is mostly taking out their starters.
Being 2.
Take a look at the Willingboro sideline. They're going to line this one back up. Saka's going to pass this one laterally. It's caught. No, he had a knee down. Imagine what he would have been able to do with it. Yeah, they're just letting it go. I'm sure. I think what it is that if you're up by 24 at the end of like the third quarter, that's when they do it. I know they don't do it for the first half, but hopefully tomorrow's a better game. Hopefully Saturday's a better game. You just never know. Handoff.
It's
gonna be fourth down.
Fourth down.
Fourth down at about 9. By the way, this would be the most points scored in a game that we've covered so far because Buna lost to Gloucester 54-14. This one's a little bit more high scoring, 57-19. And again, Brandon went out to send this one away, and I think this one's going to bring it to... I mean, it sounds a little crazy to talk about garbage time with 5 minutes left in the game, but it's a legit possibility.
Down by Bowman at the 31.
I thought that he was just playing that off, but no, that was a legit complaint because he's saying that the Willingboro player hit it off of their shoulder.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a close.
I thought he was being satirical, but no. That was number 15, Brady Bowman, but what a ruckus this would have been if that went through. Man.
It would have been interesting, as this night's already been interesting.
Yeah, that would have made it even more so, but man. Willingboro takes over from their own 36. Well, Vince, now that we're down under 4 minutes in the ball game, as there's a handoff to number 23, Jalen Taylor, player of the game picks.
I mean, right now
For a 7 touchdown, or for an 8 touchdown game, or no, it is 7 that they've scored tonight. But what do you got?
I mean, right now, just looking at this team in general, Williamsboro. I mean, they've contributed all around, right? I mean, you look at the passing game. That's been incredible tonight, right? But then, I mean, their defense has stepped up when necessary. So it's been really an all-team effort. And I know, people are just like, oh, that's, you're just saying that because, it's in general. You look at it, and it's just this whole team showed up. It's not like it was the defense didn't really play that well, and the offense saved them. I mean, it's incredible on how well they played. You look back in the second quarter, I think that's when it occurred, when it was like 3rd and 26, and they were able to come back from 3rd and 26 to get within the 2 chains, and then on 4th down, were able to get the first down. I mean, it's just incredible on how well they were, and they scored on that 4th down as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this team all around, I can't really say I give a player of the game because the whole team showed up. They played incredible, and, I kudos to them. They played an incredible game, a dominating performance by Williamsboro. I mean, there's nothing much else to say besides that.
Lamar Best going back. That's a completed pass to number 1. Just shy of midfield for DeMar Jackson. But I think there's a lot of candidates. The common thinking is that if you don't have a concrete player in the game, then you just go with the quarterback to play it safe with Lamar Best. But he was such a good passer. I think that he is the concrete player of the game. He contributed out of those 7 passing touchdowns. I think 5 or 6 of them were passing, and a lot of them were wide open. He scanned the field really well. He was passing good from the pocket. He was passing good on the run. He was even a good mobile quarterback, and he had a rushing touchdown as well. He did everything. So, no, it's not a cop-out to say Lamar Best was the player of the game. He put the fork in this thing. He gave it 110%, and he did everything that they needed to do to send him away. They might have one more. They are not. I was going to say, were they going to make it for 63, but they do not. And now it's going to be, we're just about a minute left in the ball game. They're probably with the first down now. They're going to pack this one up. Fans are starting to let their way out of here. But, yeah, I definitely give my props to Lamar Best for the player of the game. An excellent performance. Again, usually the consensus thinking is that if you can't decide, give it to the quarterback. But every wide receiver made a good catch. Every running back did a great job. And Lamar Best did his job as well under center and a lot of times in the shotgun. Like we said last year, Lamar Best had over 1,300 passing yards as a freshman. This year, in 3 games, he was halfway to that, and he's going to get even closer to that mark tonight. 23 seconds on the clock and counting. We're going to be, looks like, having one more play in victory formation with Willingboro and the Chimeras improving to 2-2. The Delran Bears falling to 2-2. An excellent game in the first half and a bit of a runaway train in the second half. They'll take this one out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the ball game. 57-19. Willingboro clobbers the Delran Bears, but not for a lack of effort on Delran's part. The band plays on in the background. Unbelievable tonight. You know, Willingboro went into this game, and what's really funny is that, you know, they they won by 31 last year. The only difference is that Delran didn't score last year. And now they scored 19. The only difference is that Willingboro got 57. There really isn't a whole lot to say, but this is a learning lesson for Colin Huco. He's a first-year head coach, and he's led this team to some excellent victories before. But now it's kind of time to hit the brakes a little bit. You know, they'll probably look over the footage from this week, see what went wrong, see what went right. Because a lot went right in the first half. A lot went right in the first half. The only difference is that a lot didn't go right in the second half. But that was not without a lack of effort. Delran played until the final whistle. They did an excellent job, especially with sportsmanship. What I noticed, not a lot of flags tonight, except for the unsportsmanlike conduct call. We're going to bring it back to here. Give us 1 second. We're going to adjust the old tripod, and we're going to bring it back to our booth for one last go at it. So, yeah, I mean, look, maybe wasn't the most even game that we've seen so far, but what's important for these guys, Vince, is that, you know, they have 2 more home games after this. They have a stretch of 4 home games in a row. They play Cinnamon next week, and then Pennsauken, one of the top teams in the state, 2 weeks from today. So the question is for, Delran, is that this is a young team. This is a team that needs a lot of experience, and their head coach is leading them along the way, and he is also in his first year as well. So maybe not everything's going to be, you know, smooth and ready to go in the first year, but Colin Huco is making sure his darn best that this team is ready to go for any game that they get thrown at them, and they are going to, you know, look at this from here on out. They're again, both of these teams are going to be 2-2 after tonight.
Yes.
So they're both in a similar boat. The only difference is that, you know, look, one team was better than the other tonight. That's easy to say.
Yeah. I mean, you look at, you know, how both of these teams played, and it goes, unfortunately, by saying that the Bears, it was not a clean game. It was nowhere near a clean game when it comes to the turnovers that they were having. You know, they were constantly, unfortunately, shooting themselves in the foot with those turnovers, and then they would have occasional flag that would set them back. So they do have a lot to clean up there. I think once you do clean up those turnovers and calm everyone down, there was times where, you know, Delran, as you said, at the beginning of the second half and whatnot, you know, that's where Willingboro, they were really catching them. Delran was starting to panic like crazy. You know, mistakes are happening more, and you really need to, at that point, just say, all right, everybody, let's calm down and get them back on track. I think it was, you know, this is definitely a learning experience, and I think in the future, like you said, they got a great coach on the helm. He showed it. He was aggressive when needed tonight. He definitely, you know, was able to punch a hole and surprise the Willingboro team by going for it, and also how quick he was going. So, you know, he's not a bad coach, and he's definitely got a great future ahead of him. I definitely think that they are going to go places. This year is going to be a learning year, but they've got a bright future. That's definitely for sure ahead of them.
Again, both starting quarterbacks, Lamar Best and Vidi Saka, were both sophomores, both underclassmen, and some of the running backs on both sides were underclassmen as well. So these guys are a young team led by a young head coach. Delran, as you said, is going to go places this year. You know, I'm not going to say they're going to be bad.
Yeah.
They've still got 4 more games ahead of them to prove me wrong, but they have, you know, a tough schedule ahead of them. Both of these guys play extremely tough schedules. These guys play really, really aggressively on offense. And that's why 76 points were scored tonight, the most that we've had of any DWB football broadcast, is that the reason why stuff like that happens is because of aggressive offenses. It worked for Willingboro. Delran tried the same. It was 28-13 at the half, but then Delran got 1 touchdown. Willingboro just ran away with it. Yeah. So that's what we're going to call it tonight. Again, I think we both agree Lamar best player of the game. You can look back earlier in our broadcast for our explanation on that. I'm not going to get redundant here because we're trying to get out of here. We're trying to head down 295 before the traffic hits, before the shore traffic hits for the weekend. Have a good night, everybody. From everybody here at DWB, I'm Dan Wilkins with Vincent Vogt, our graphics crew, Gavin Van Rell and Caleb Lane, and our social media coordinator, Anthony DePalma. We'll see you tomorrow night, 5 p.m. start time. A little bit earlier, but again, that's because of the Jewish holiday Rosh Hashanah. Northern Burlington and the Greyhounds, Cherry Hill West and the Lions. Coming up tomorrow, I'm Dan Wilkins. Have a good one, folks. We'll see you.